This is what Ivy League.
Welcome to the World of Ability. My name is Sue Roscoff. World of Ability Podcast Network. We are here and ready to share some fun and information today. I've got a couple of wonderful friends joining us. I am so excited to bring them in. I'm going to go ahead and start off with Angeline Gray. Come on in, say hello. How are you doing this beautiful day?
I'm doing great, thank you. How are you, Sue?
Fabulous. So, what is new in the world of Angeline? She is an executive chef and currently residing in Texas, doing all sorts of great things, networking everywhere and making things happen. So, what's the latest and greatest?
I am out. This week was a very busy week because I'm trying to finish up my two books, which I've completed both on the inside of one book, and a cover is already completed. And the next one, the cover is completed. I just need to put in some of the pictures for the recipes, but all the recipes and everything has been completed as well. So just a couple of pictures left. So it will be main dish, appetizers, and cocktails, and yeah, lots and lots of things. Party book.
Excellent. Oh my gosh, that sounds awesome. Well, and I'm going to go ahead and bring in another friend right away because as you're speaking of books, we have another
Oh,
friend who is also published some books. So Marianne of Waikiki, a wonderful friend of the show, is here, and I'm going to go ahead and have her come in. She said it is, Kentucky Derby Day, so she's sporting her gorgeous hat for that. How you doing, Marianne?
Hola and aloha, everybody. Yes, I'm
hi,
doing wonderful. Thank
Marianne.
you so much for having us here. So, I'm the creative director appointed by the Kurt Roscoff, the Kurt Mo Service for World of Ability. I've been joining and following him around the world since the pandemic on happy neighborhood projects. And what a great opportunity it's been. And this past week, we celebrated May Day, Lay Day. I'm the creative.
Esa. Ahí está, ya ves. Ahí, cámbiala allá.
I don't know.
Dice que no sabe.
Did it? Am I still live?
Yep, you're good.
Okay, I didn't know. I heard a delay. So, Thursday we celebrated May Day, Lay Day, which in Hawaii is a big tradition over there. The different colors of the leis represent the different islands, and they have a big Hawaiian parade with the follow riders and everything like that. So I had the opportunity to live in the island of Oahu, Hawaii, Waikiki for over a decade, and living on a sailboat, which was a dream, oceanfront. And I gave my services to a deaf man who lost his hearing at age 7. And I'm just sitting with him next to me there, but we've all moved on with our careers or passions, and we didn't give up. So the universe got at the Unity Church of Hawaii that I was going to write a series of children's sign language books with puppets. And well, here I am now. I've finished the fourth book now. Our series are for ocean cleanup, anti-bullying, and climate change. And so I want to highlight here the Rabbit Acts of Kindness, No Bully. I know we ended Easter here. This features Harry, the hard hearing rabbit, at a special school. And Sue, if you would be kind, you can really bring up that video for me to really tell the story here. And I'm excited we got them completed with fiber graphics. I have here now coloring books. I'm getting them shipped to me. I'm sailing in San Carlos, Mexico, but we're getting the products down here so I can do book signings. And we are partnering with Liam McLaughlin Clean Water Foundation, who will be joining us later in the show, hopefully, as he's out doing fundraisers himself. And we won, I won the Awesome Foundation Grant Oahu chapter last July. And we gifted a water unit as well as these books. For October was anti-bullying month. And we gifted the Hawaii School for the Deaf and Blind a water unit, as well as the books and folk Manus puppets, all through Awesome Foundation, which was $1,000 grant. Anybody can apply for a grant. There's so many chapters. And so what we also did was part of that grant, we hired Jay Stoyan of Disability Channel out of Toronto. It's part of this amazing World of Ability Disability Channel with 32 million subscribers. And he interviewed me last fall with the book series. So we want to multiply the acts of kindness to the world that anybody can apply for a grant. And I applied for Minnesota chapter, and guess what? We won in October. And the Minnesota School for the Deaf Metro librarian, who is deaf, received $1,000 and purchased materials that would benefit the deaf, as well as these are author kind of book because I lost my hearing due to a car accident, but some of it came back with chiropractic treatment. And anyway, as the story goes, so we just applied, or I just applied this week, not once, but twice for 2 grants out of Toronto, Canada, to support the First Initiative Veterans fundraiser that's going to be happening with Jay Stoyan. It's I guess a marathon, and Mr. Roscoff and Sue can highlight it more. But the idea is to get these water units to the veterans hospitals in Toronto. So it's out to the universe. Not once, but twice I applied because I forgot the new flyer that you guys sent me, and we connected with Jay Stoyan. And again, we're making this multiply the acts of kindness, Sue. So be ready, Sue. Good things are happening. And guess what? We want you to win on the water. So you can get adaptability products that you're going to have for your ski team. So now, you know, it's warm here. It's 80. It's getting hot. I feel like you're with me, but I know it's probably still snowing and blowing there. But in like a lion, out like a lamb here. Sailor's Delight. We went on a catamaran cruise on Monday. And tomorrow I'm taking out the retired nurses, retired veterans nurse, Carla, who has been on our podcast. She's got the sailboat. I'm taking them to the breakfast buffet, the Sherry, another retired nurse, and Connie, a nurse. So just giving back a service because, you know, it's a challenge when you relocate somewhere and not know anybody and then not being fluent in a foreign language. Now just imagine having a hearing loss and sign language on top of that as well, and not being able to communicate. You know, everybody's moving their mouth, but you don't know what they're saying. And so we have 500 million people worldwide now with a hearing loss, and we have millions of moms, dads coming home from being of service who can't hear their own children or grandchildren. So I'm excited that we completed the Acts of Kindness series book. It's up there available. We got these amazing book trailers, and we'll be rolling into polo season. And anyway, I wrote Pono, the Hawaiian Polo Pony, Righteous Acts of Kindness, and we have working on the book trailer with that. So I'm so excited to complete this series. You know, so you're an instructor, you got students, you got a project. So like, when is this going to be ending? You know, this is source energy, and gosh, it feels good to have that whole big report, call it accomplishment, a series, you know, a thesis, whatever, written, published, and bringing it to the world. And hopefully Brave Arts Television will find the sponsors to bring these books into animation. So nice to meet our new guest here. Thank you so much. Sue, again, if you could be kind to play that video.
We'll go ahead and get that here right now. Here it is.
Bully. Harry, the hard of hearing, Rabbit attends a special school in Hawaii where he makes new friends and learns sign language and finger spelling. One day, on his way home, 2 bullies tease and frighten him. In a panic, Harry dashes to the ocean and jumps in. He is rescued by a kind turtle named Tico and safely delivered to Rabbit Island. Harry must summon all of his courage to find his way back. With the help of others who are also stranded, he builds a magical boat and his team undertakes a heroic voyage home. Together they face the bullies and arrive just in time for spectacular rainbow birthday party. Created by Marianne of Waikiki, just for you. Do you have a brave heart? You can learn the fingerspelling ASL alphabet. Visit the Acts of Kindness series YouTube channel. Meet Chelsea the Courageous Sign Language Chicken and Eve, the fingerspelling Bumblebee. Get your copy of the coloring book today. Play the game app and pledge to spread kindness everywhere. And rock your style with our exclusive Rabbit Acts of Kindness No Bullying t-shirt. Get your copy of Rabbit Act of Kindness No Bully today. Available on Amazon and actofkindnessseries.com. All U.S. classroom teachers can request copies of the books, coloring books, and Folkminist puppets for every student via donorschoose.org.
That is fabulous.
Yes, I've been sharing it and I'm just so happy. So I don't have to share the story. It's all condensed in 1 minute and 30 seconds. So take it away, Fiverr Graphics, and what a great book trailer. So, yeah, we have anybody else joining us? And I had an idea, Sue, is something to put by Santa Papa John is a summer fun reading, where we really learn the ASL finger spelling alphabet on the YouTube channel with him. Since we're on a summer break and the Alps too, and everybody can learn it for a summer fun challenge and everything like that, to really make this happen and show your skills. Again, I'm making a commitment to get my book out in Espanol, Spanish. Even though I took 2 years in college, did I use it? Not really. I was a sign language interpreter. My mind's real estate, but I'm ready to. My head is much clearer. Writing a book and a series, and your writers and editors are on different states, countries, continents, and all that. And it just feels so good to have it done. So I'll be making the commitment to a little bit more of Espanol. I mean, seriously, I don't. You asked me what the silverware is. I don't know, but so I learned it 6 months ago. Did I retain it? No, because we're not sitting down having dinner parties like we did. So I need to get back on it. So summer fun is good, light fun and refreshing and all that. And here we are in May, and school will be ending. So it's something to think about for all classroom teachers. You can get copies of the books from Donors Choose. It's so easy. It takes 15 minutes. I had a special education teacher request 50 books for ocean cleanup, and she got funded in 2 weeks on Donors Choose. So it's something to think out there. You teachers, educators, Donors Choose in Hawaii gave $25,000 2 years ago back to school, and millions of dollars from Good Morning America. So we appreciate the teachers too, and ending the year and final exams and all that, and grading papers and getting people to pass for the next journey and career of their life and everything like that. And we appreciate you too, Sue. So tell us a little bit more with your teaching. When does your season end? And how does that end at a university?
We actually are in the middle of finals right now. So they had the last day of class on this past Wednesday. On Thursday, they had what they call a reading day, which is basically a study day. And then finals started on Friday, and next Wednesday night is the last one. So then there's a couple of days where faculty can get caught up on grading before commencement. So the graduation ceremony is a week from today. So it's coming up quick. It's always Mother's Day weekend at our campus. So, and for years it was on Mother's Day until, oh gosh, what was that, maybe 6 years ago or so, that the president of our university now is a woman, and she said Mother's Day weekend is fine, but let's back this up and do commencement on Saturday, so that all the moms out there that have their kiddos walking across the stage, it doesn't have to be on Mother's Day. You can still celebrate Mother's Day for Mother's Day. So it's always that weekend, but it'll be on Saturday. We have the graduate ceremony on Friday night, and the undergrads are all on Saturday. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Lots of my people are going across, and I've got to say goodbye to them as they go off and into the next stage of their lives. Some of them I've gotten to enjoy for the last 4 years, and I always say that's the hardest part of the job, is having to let them go, let them off to their next stage. So it is awesome. It's a great place to be, and it season, that was the right word, it's a season. So, well, and Angeline, I want to ask you too about the books that you're working on. Did you ever think about putting together a trailer of some sort that we can help to get word out about what you've got going as you are finishing up your books?
Yeah, I'm working on that. I'm hoping to get it completed and published on Amazon digitally
Excellent.
by this month. Hoping. I'm putting my fingers crossed that nothing goes wrong and everything goes right.
Awesome.
Yeah,
That's
that's the
quick. That's
hope.
soon.
Yeah, in a couple of weeks, I'm hoping that happens. Yeah, but it's a great book. Um, there is one. It's an event planning book, and it's on a Caribbean perspective on event planning. So, and as I said, the other one is a recipe book, So it's a lot of sophisticated recipes, but very easy. There's a lobster recipe. So there's all these different recipes. There is a pasta, oxtail ragu pasta recipe. Yeah, so there's all these different kind of great recipe in there. So it's amazing. Yeah.
Excellent. Do you have a favorite within what you have in there?
I would say maybe the one in there would be the lobster.
Ah, excellent.
Yeah.
Well, and I see we've got Barbara joining us here as well. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Unfortunately, I have to go walk a dog right now. I can't make it home. So, but it's good to see everybody, and I'll be able to listen.
Very good. Well, so glad to have you here.
Thanks.
Awesome. So, well, and you guys are aware of the big event that we have coming up on June 7th. That is a big telethon going on for our veteran community. Want to make sure to have a chance to just touch on that a little bit. vetsinneed.org. Actually, give me 1 second here. I can pull that up as well and share what that all looks like. Because that is going to be a huge event. Sorry, I just went to the website and it did not load properly. Hold on.
That's our baby event.
It's going to be awesome. We have so much.
Our first baby.
Actually, Kurt, do you want to try bringing it up? For some reason, it is not loading on my screen. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Because it's just vetsinneed.org. Maybe I just have to switch. There we go. That worked. Technology, I tell ya. Okay, let me pop that on the screen so you guys can see as well. Veterans First Initiative. So this is with FANA, the People for a New America, and they have an amazing initiative started now that is called the Veterans First Initiative.
No, I don't.
Is going to be the thing that you want to know all about. They are holding a telethon on June 7th. And I'm just going to slowly scroll through this. You're welcome to come on back and replay. Either go to the website yourself or to go back and see what this all was. But we're having a telethon. You know, the style like what Jerry Lewis had back in the day. And we are going to be on live. Here it is on June 7th. From now Central Time Zone would be 11 a.m. until 7 p.m. So we have lots of different partners in this and there's going to be 2-hour segments at 4 different locations. So from 11 a.m. until 1 p.m. is going to be in Canada with the group up there for the Disability Channel with Jay Stoyan being the host MC actually all day, but he is going to be heading up a massive lineup of entertainment going on from 11 to 1. And then from 1 until 3, we are going to be going to us. We actually get to help out with Project Die Hard and all the things that we're doing in the Midwest here with our friends and allies. Oh my gosh. Musicians, resources, so many things, including people on this screen here who are going to be, let's see, I believe I hear there's a cooking demo taking place in the midst of all this as well. Woohoo! And we will be live from 1 until 3 Central on June 7th. At 3 o'clock, it switches over to Arizona, and the group there will have it for 2 hours, and then the final 2 hours from 5 to 7 will be in Los Angeles, California. And like it says right on here, it's a marathon event consisting of performances from our Unity, Peace, and Freedom Festival, interviews with charity organizers, and testimonials from those who've been helped. There's going to be so much happening. Oh, you know what? I can go ahead and, let's see. Sorry, I was thinking this was actually the video, but it is not the video. Let me see if I can, I'm going to stop sharing for a moment and see if I can find, there is a commercial out there that's ready to go that we can share that is promoting the event. Hold on 1 second as I pull that to the surface. Here it is. Okay.
That's
Just
one minute.
click on it for you guys to see.
Okay. 1 minute. 1 minute. I got us.
There it is. Okay. Sharing my screen, and there you go.
My name's Richie Honori with the Multi-Platinum Group. This suite. We all owe a debt to our veterans. It's time to give back. With the Veterans First Initiative, you can make that difference right here and right now. I want you right now to open up your wallets and go to vetsinneed.org, vetsinneed.org, and make that difference our vets deserve. Thank you.
Excellent. So that's just a little quick sneak peek at one of the commercials that is already in place to promote that event. There's going to be so many big names and musicians and military. And, oh my gosh, you name it, you're going to see it on there during the course of that event. So, and Angeline, I know you're going to be doing a little cooking demo during part of this as well. Want to share any
Yes.
bits of what you're planning?
Only thing I can tell you is steak. That's it. I won't.
Ooh.
If you want to know, you have to be there virtually. Anyone who wants to know, on the 7th of June, come and support the veterans. We want you to be there. Support the veterans. They need our support. It's very important. Yes, I'm going to be doing a live cooking, but it's not all about my cooking. It's about the veterans. Yeah, and if you also want to see me do my live cooking, you got to be there. I'm not going to tell you guys what I'm going to cook. The only thing I'm going to tell you is steak. That's it.
Excellent. I love it. Give it a little tease.
Yes. So be there, not only for me, but as I can't stress enough to say veterans, veterans, veterans for sure. Yeah.
Awesome. Perfect. I love it. And we do have Kurt in the background. I'm wondering if I can pull him on in to share a little bit more about what's going on kind of behind the scenes yet with the plan.
Yes, we need to know. People need to hear what he has to say too. Let's go, Kurt.
Here, I'm gonna add
Yes.
you on in here because we do have. I mean, I can share that we have a lineup. For
Yep.
our 2 hours. We have. Sorry, virtual background makes it tougher. Literally minute by minute, we're gonna have in place here my notes, and we've got scheduled. It's gonna be action packed, and you don't want to miss it. You're gonna want to watch all day.
Exactly.
You can do other things during the day too, but have it on in the background because you're gonna keep catching pieces. They're like, oh, I gotta hear this, and you're gonna keep coming back and keep coming back and keep coming back.
No, Sue, you have it wrong. They cannot do anything that day but watch us. It's important.
But that would be nice. At minimum, pick the 2 hours where you're going to have us because we are in control of what's going to be happening
Exactly.
during those 2 hours
Exactly.
for the most part, right? So we will do our best to make it as much fun as possible. And we are still looking for people to help with sharing this out. We need this all over out there. If it's just going to be like in my own little corner of the world, then the telethon doesn't end up being successful in the end. It's a telethon. So it actually is to raise money for the Veterans First Initiative. And what more worthy cause do you have? Taking care of our veterans who have taken care of us. They have gone and done their sacrifice. The least we can do is share this. How easy is that?
Show appreciation for them and telling them thank you for what they have done. That's basically what it is. Period.
Awesome. So, Kurt, why don't you hop on in here and what would you like to share as far as a few more little nuggets here that we can put out there to tease the world about?
Yeah, so it's quite a combination, folks. We just were on yesterday with Richie and Nori and Mark Balin, and we're teaming up with Limitless with Emerson Willis, and we're gonna have the owner of Limitless on speaking, about their devotion to vets and how they're excited to be a part of serving vets in need and the Veterans First Initiative. And we also have teamed up, we've been teamed up with Nonprofit TV Network here at the World Ability Podcast Network, but now we've also solidified that with Vets in Need and the Veterans First Initiative, the telethon event on June 7th. Anthony Sorelli is very excited to be a part of this as a veteran. And so we have, as Richie says, all the people, are coming together, as needed in the perfect timing, and it's just gonna keep on going. We've got plans, with General Flynn, and I guess that's going to be coming at some point following the telethon. But we have Tom Kaz, who has developed a friendship with General Flynn. So there's going to be, news to be had across the months, and we're going to be able to continue to have updates and exciting things, from General Mike Flynn. It's a developing story, things from Capitol Hill and so forth continually, change. And General Flynn and his leadership, keeps, being called upon, to consider, more roles and to, grow his capacity, for our country. So, this is very exciting to have this platform and this space where these things can develop, and we can have an outlet like the Disability Channel, and connect to your city, and People for a New America, and Project Die Hard. Right now at Project Die Hard, we are running a fill the can challenge. And so that the challenge part is formally, for businesses, ideally brick and mortar businesses that can physically have with their customer base coming in and out, or if they have enough clients that traffic their spot. We're trying to have, businesses with a fair amount of traffic coming through where people can spontaneously see this can and consider dropping the dollars in. Brian Gibson was out there today in Kentucky, delivering, actual cans he had set up, and he had a can set up at the pickups so that when they're picking up their cans, they can drop some money in, and it's there right on the spot, for the operation, immediately available for where we need funds as people are picking up the cans. So it'll be interesting, if people consider that are getting the cans for their own location to win the contest, if they're willing to give any of that up just to get some immediate cash to Project Die Hard. So we got all sorts of ideas, coming of this, and that's what it's meant to do. This June 7th event is more of a kickoff. It's more of a launching. It's more of an explosion, an open house, and to really get people all around the world thinking about how we can fill this tremendous void that since, military ever began, way back in human history, and to look at the role of veterans and remember that even while a person is serving in the military and active duty, they are still considered a veteran. And the idea is that, there's that any moment where someone in service can have something happen, and, and then that preparation to returning to civilian life and stuff like that, is forever a possibility. So, and so tons of networking going on, and the doors are open. So that's the biggest point. All of you out there watching and listening, it's going to be quite a show. It's going to be very entertaining, but the idea is it's going to be a handoff of a baton, and the baton goes to your hands. So the idea is like with Project Die Hard, we say, pray for us, pray for the veterans, pray for everybody serving these needs, and pray about all of us coming together to respond to this epidemic, where we are so short on, meeting the expectation for what is delivered to our veterans and making good on our promises, and just the right thing to do under the terms of veterans, and to help veterans get more of what they expect, So praying about all that, sharing the mission. So in terms of this episode, A World of Ability, and as you start to find other things, from vetsinneed.org, share it with other people and have a watch party. So as you're finding the live streams on Saturday, June 7th, and as you're preparing for that, get your clusters of people together, whether it's 5, 15, 25, 50, 500 people, 5,000 people. If you're somebody out there that has reaches to 5 million people, use your reaches and get this out. This is definitely meant to be a historical event, turning the tides and really rectifying like a reparations type approach, really with our veterans and with People for a New America. It's one mission, heal our nation. And I propose to the group with what they're all doing, everything you're hearing about was in the hopper. And I'm like, let's stop making it a kind of subtle thing and let's just put everything we got, the full gusto for our veterans. They got 9 other fronts that they had been ready, that they are ready, and that I've been working with since last October with them, and they've been having in development for years, but I said, let's go out with one thing with veterans and let's just put everything we got into it. Let that be our testament to the power of People for a New America. And they love the idea. And Jesse Moore has had Vets in Need and Veterans First Initiative kind of in his wheelhouse of things. So that created excitement for him and his partnership with Richie and with the Disability Channel having the veteran component and partnership with Project DieHard. It just created this domino effect and this wave, and it's all in thanks to our veterans. So all of you veterans out there, thank you. And for all of you civilians out there and citizens, for what you are doing and will do as a result of this initiative. Thank you. Back to you, Sue.
Excellent. You did mention about the event this morning where Brian was handing out the physical cans. I'm actually going to show you. He shared a short video clip on the Project DieHard Facebook page. And let me I gotta move some things that are in the way here so I can make this big. That's not the right button. This one.
It's that time of year. It's called Fill the Can. And guess where we're at? VFW Post 1191, starting at 9 o'clock. Our participants are coming down to pick up their cans. This is what they're supporting. This is what they're supporting. And it takes a village. So come on down, get some information. Oh, look, you can even help start the can off right. I want to say thank you and God bless to all of our participants. We're going to be here from 9 to 11 a.m. I know I closed it down on the 26th, but this is your last chance. Do you think you could beat Sports Clips of Paducah? They've held the trophy for 2 years now. We still don't have any entries from Illinois. You got time. You got to 11 o'clock. Get down here and enter this. All right, y'all. Have a safe and blessed day.
Excellent. So there it is. Now you got a visual of what we were talking about here on the Fill the Can Challenge. And beyond those physical cans, there's an opportunity for all of us because they also have virtual cans. So literally anybody anywhere can set up a virtual link, and all the information is available on the Project DieHard website. Actually, the easiest thing, just send an email to fillthecan@projectdiehard.org. Send an email there and we'll take care of you. We'll help you figure out how to do that. There's actually, we do have Project DieHard Mission Monday Update, which is a live show just like this every Monday night at 6:30 p.m. Central. The show we did about 3 weeks ago was a walkthrough. We shared the screen completely walk through how to set up your virtual can. So it's really easy to do. It doesn't take long at all, and everybody can do that. Everybody, anybody. It's just a matter of setting it up and sharing it out. So I highly encourage everybody to go ahead and hop on there and do that because it's so easy and it's for a good cause. It supports Project Die Hard. So it's fun. It's a great group, and you just saw Brian on there. He's awesome. Oh my gosh, look at that background. I haven't seen that in forever. Well done. That's amazing. And actually, we do have another friend that is joining us. He's popping on in here. I am probably going to bring him in without delay so he can go ahead and join our conversation as well. Mark Laufenberg is in the background. When you would like to join us, feel free. If you want to, whether you want to do your camera on, whatever. Glad you're here. If you're able to join us, that would be spectacular. So, oh, there you go. And Kurt's faster than me. He's hitting buttons and getting you in the room before I could. So, Mark, welcome. You want to do a quick introduction? Now that you're just joined in, I'm like throwing you in the hopper right away.
Well, I'm Mark Laufenberg, and I have a spinal cord injury, C4, C5 incomplete, since 2008. And I met Kurt and Sue through the Madison Spinal Cord Injury Group.
And that was a while ago. I'm trying to think. I think Alana was a toddler at the time. So it's been a lot of years now.
Yeah.
And, you got this cool background. You want to tell us why you have the background that you have?
Well, I don't know. I guess I started out with putting up a few musicians who had birthdays on the day. And I guess I originally started with my iTunes library, just putting album covers up. But, people seem to kind of like it, talking about it. And then I added a few musicians' pictures with birthdays, and then added some holidays of the day. And I guess it's just kind of expanded a little, but people kind of seem to like it. So I just continued doing it.
So we get together every day at 12 o'clock noon for the Shakedown. And if you have not played along with us yet, you should, because it's just a chance to get moving. How many of us sit at a computer all day and you're like, you know what? You really got to get up and move around every so often. Or with me at work too. It's like, you know what? Let's get moving, get loosened up, get things, get that blood flowing. So we get together on Zoom at 12 o'clock noon Central Time. So that's where it's the 12 o'clock Shakedown, but that's because we're Central Time. So join us for the Shakedown. It's literally that 15 minutes of music in motion, and followed by community announcements and all the things we get to celebrate today. So speaking of celebrating, I do have to do a quick shout out. It's my mom's birthday. So happy birthday, Mom. So with that, it's also, I see, Lumpy Rug Day and 2 different colored shoes day, chocolate custard day, and all those musician birthdays. It's a good day. So thank you for what you do with that, Mark. That it keeps it fun. I absolutely love it. And if you haven't been on before, you should go check out today's. I thought the music was hysterical. It was like Dino Dance Party, because we got introduced to a website called Suno.com, Suno, and you can write your own music. Like AI can write whatever you would like. You just have to give it some kind of a prompt and it can do that. It also has playlists on there, and I started using those because what they create is not copyrighted. So in order for us to be able to have music and not get bounced off of YouTube and Facebook and all that, because you're not supposed to use copyrighted music without permission, we started using Suno.com, and I just been randomly grabbing different playlists, and today they had one called Dino Dance Party, and I grabbed that, and I was laughing through half of it because they had fabulous lyrics, and it was just fun. So if you want to have a little bit of fun with music, go there and start playing around. You can create your own AI generated music with whatever theme you want, with whatever, as much description as you want to enter in there. It will incorporate it into there's lots of different styles of it's crazy. It's really been a lot of fun. I've been playing around a bit, and I'm liking it, so gotta share it out there. When you find a gem, you gotta let others know. So let's see here. I know it is Kentucky Derby Day, and Marianne's got her beautiful hat on for that. Are you any of you followers of that? I'm really not that familiar, to be honest. I know what it is. I know kind of what goes on, but I'm not one that follows the racing and all. So, Marianne, what do you guys have a party going on where you are?
Yeah, it's gonna be setting up here. We're in a different time zone, hours away. I guess the Derby happens at 7 o'clock at night, but people get to the events, they have their Derby hats, the women, fashion, 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 glam, 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 your fancy hats. And anyway, they're gonna, I guess the ladies told me at the Brascotti thrift store, where we went down for the farmer's market, and they told me that was Derby Day, and I forgot. And so they're coming, the ladies have to get done here at 1 o'clock. They're coming down. Them from being of service are retired nurses that volunteer, and people are dropping off their spring cleaning items. But the good news is that all that products that people are donating, clothes, etc., sailing gears, you name it, things are coming in and going out the door. But the good news is they're going to the EMT salary. It says the salary. Their average salary, I found out, is about $10,000 a year. So I went and shopped today. I spent about $35. Happy, dropped off stuff happy. And I know that's going to them. And with having the allies of these nurses, I used to work in the medical field too, as well, is really important to have them there, because you never know what can happen. And Kurt Roscoff was an EMT too. So I'm not a gambler, but I get my thrill out of going down to the thrift store and picking up some new items and have a new outfit. And there you go. I try and get everything there and recycle and reuse. And yeah, and it's been great. My other neighbor ladies go, they pick me up. We hit the other castaway kids, and that supports the music department. And so I dropped off some pots for plants, because my Canadian friends or my sailor friend are going back. They're not going to be here this summer. And well, not to say I don't have a green thumb. It's just the sun. It really takes a toll on petunias. So I donated those pots to the music department, because being harmonious and flowers are harmonious and Earth Day. And, I'm just channeling into some new things that are happening with a new portal of May 1st. And May Day, Labor Day was happening in Hawaii, and good things are happening. Spring is happening. Spring forward, spring to the light. And you are the good news, and you are a messenger. So, and Kurt Roscoff, you want to tell us about your EMT services as well? This is just an impressive kind of thing to do. And again, Kurt, you joined us. I said, it's a real challenge to move to foreign country and not being that bilingual. And a lot of American are down here. They call us gringos, and they have a really good community of these nurses. Sherry just had her hip surgery. She had to go back to Tucson. Carla's joining us. Carla was a retired VA nurse in Tucson at 2 different hospitals in Connie. So I'm going to have a little, social with the ladies tomorrow. And I just purchased these 4 flowers. They pop out. And anyway, I want them to share the light, because, we're all new friends living in a different area and being of service. And we think our host is going to be cooking and chef. I heard steak. What, steak? Gosh, I want to be there. And so we got good things are happening. And again, we applied for the fundraiser out of the Awesome Foundation grant to receive $1,000 to bring water units to the veterans facilities in Toronto, Canada. So put it to the higher power that we our arms are open to receive $1,000. And they said, what would you do with more than 1,000? I said, I buy more water units. Clean Water Foundation, Leon McLaughlin. I'm sure Jay Stoyan will help us bring it out to the veterans up there, as he's done so much with the Viscus games. And so, yeah, good things are happening. Shifting that energy. So out with the old, in with the new. Shift does happen. Got to be open to receive it. And you may see with surprise what's abundant can happen. And yeah, hopefully Leon McLaughlin will be joining us with Clean Water Foundation. And yes, it's out there to the universe for applying these grants. And we got more grants to apply. And we hope that you guys get on the water so we can talk about it on the world of ability and adaptability with skiing. So again, this is the world of ability, and this is our logo behind here. So anybody can join us on the podcast. So yes, we're going to have lunch here. The ladies should be coming over from the thrift store, and we're going to have a nice lunch. I guess there's a hat party, meaning a contest, fancy hat contest for the Derby, and another bar restaurant on the water there is doing the same. So check out the Derby. That's going to be really, really happening in Kentucky Derby. So, and again, we have a horse, puppet too, called Pono the Hawaiian Polo Pony, and we will be launching that new book video in the next couple of weeks, as well as because we'll be going into polo season. So go out and play. I'm Marianne of Waikiki. This is my tagline. Let's see who else is joining us today. Is Leon around?
He's not here yet. I keep my fingers crossed that he'll be able to hop on in here before we're all said and done. So actually, Kurt, do you want to respond to that question about EMT life?
Yeah, I'd be happy to, because this is what this is all about. I really got into self-syndication and this podcasting to share how things happen at a community level. And this is intergenerational, because my EMT story really starts from water skiing. Sue and I are part of a water ski show team. And so I've got a history where, I've got t-shirts, that show what we're doing with the club. And so one day I went to go watch and celebrate with my father in what he was leading with the Lions Club of Richfield, Wisconsin. And so what he accomplished as president of that Lions Club is the Lions worked with the fire department to commemorate, those that are deceased, including firefighters, who died fighting fires in the village of Richfield. And so what happened was I go out for this ceremony, and one of the firefighters comes up to me and talks to me about my water ski shirt. Well, come to find out, this gentleman was involved in the beginnings of one of the water ski shows up in northern Wisconsin. And, so we were talking at the topics of water skiing, and then talked about the fire department, and we visited for quite a while. And I said, what about you come back into show skiing with our club, and then I'll join the fire department? And he liked that idea. So we made a covenant that day. We were joining each other's thing and building a future together that way. Just a spontaneous conversation, because I was wearing my water ski shirt. And the story goes is I talked Sue into joining the crusade of being an EMT. So Sue and I served actually for 10 years as EMTs, pre-hospital care. And it actually ended up being across 3 fire departments, because that fire company was just the beginning for us, half of our venture. And, so we went that time, and this friend did not join the ski club. But then one day, shortly after we were done serving the fire department, we stopped serving with the fire services and as EMTs, because our daughter was born 16 years ago. So that's what happened there, folks. And, but it wasn't too many years following that all of a sudden, this friend pops out of the woodwork, and he's showing up at our water ski site. And here the story goes is that his nephew, in a roundabout way, made a connection that showing interest for our club. And then all of a sudden, this friend being the uncle, he's like, he was going along to see what his nephew was doing, starting with this club. And so he came along to us on his nephew's coattails. And basically, he is now one of the leaders of the club. He's a boat driver, and it sure really has worked out great. And it was all community connection through the idea of serving your community as an EMT. Back to you, Sue.
Yeah, it's amazing how things connect over the course of time. Our daughter even dog sat for them recently. It's just, it doesn't take much. It took, at that particular day, it was a conversation, a random conversation, because of the shirt that Kurt had on that sparked a conversation. And that was a big piece of how, I mean, that conversation changed our lives. Didn't see that coming, but for real, to be an EMT for 10 years, we had a pager with us. We ran out in the middle of the night when the pager went off and helped our neighbors, whoever that may be. That's what we signed up for, and there was a lot of life lessons that took place over the course of that stretch of time. Saw a lot. Lots of things you wish you could unsee. That's just all part of it. You can't unsee things. But there's so many people that were helped, and we all grew. It was a very good thing that we did get to do that. It meant missing some holiday stuff. I mean, when your rotation was, when it was your turn to be on call, doesn't matter if it's Christmas, you're still on call. So there's things like that. There's sacrifices that have to be made along the way. And for those that don't realize that stuff's going on, think about that. People you know possibly are on local fire departments or emergency services of some sort. Just a quick reminder to think of them and be thankful for what they're doing. Similar for when we talk about our military as well, that there's a lot of stuff going on that just because we don't see it doesn't mean it's not happening. They are making sacrifices every day for all of us, and we need to remember that and enjoy that is a fact. And look at this, I see Marianne has a friend joining her. Marianne, looks like you guys are having fun. Oh, you're muted right now yet, though. I don't know if you can unmute. I would love to say hello there.
Well, the song is "Let's Get This Party Started" in here. It's Kentucky Derby, excuse me, here. And people are showing up with their fancy hats. Oh my gosh, it's going to be a great party here.
Yeah, it is. Oh, I wish you were closer.
You got another one. I don't want to check this out. We got to get your hats. We're on a podcast, World of Ability. Please show your hat. Yeah, we got our hats.
Excellent.
Got the blue eye. Can you see that? There you go. Yeah. There you go.
Oh my gosh. Too bad you're so far away. I want to be there.
Is that a parrot? No, it's a bird's nest. I don't know. Tell us about it.
It's a hummingbird hat. It was decorated by Alex at Calibris.
Oh,
so the little hummingbirds.
Nice.
So he decorated it.
Okay, and tell us about your hat.
Oh, it's just something fun. I just wanted something wild and crazy, so I just put it together fun.
Are you guys picking a horse? What are we going to do?
We don't know yet. I'm going to pick a horse, but
a lucky horse?
But I don't know which one. I got to think about it.
Okay.
I didn't study.
Okay. Awesome. Well, thank you. We're on the World of Ability podcast, and we support veterans and disabilities. And
thank you for service.
Yeah.
I have 2 veterans.
You have 2 veterans?
I have 2 veterans.
Tell us the veterans in your life.
My oldest daughter is a veteran from the Army. She served 15 months in Iraq. And then my younger daughter was Navy Air. She was a plane captain.
Wow. Navy Air plane captain, her daughter, and Army. What a military mom. Wow.
Excellent.
So what I do is I'm the creative director, and I was a sign language interpreter. So we support that. There's 500,000 people worldwide with a hearing loss now, and millions of moms and dads coming home from being of service who can't hear their own children or grandchildren. So I wrote a series of books with sign language characters and
Because she was out with jets on the time.
yep, jet, airplane, and all that stuff. So thank you. Thank you. Yeah, well, so I'll get you the link and you can join us. So there you go. Not only that, we're supporting a military mom with a fancy hat. And wow, it's just going to start going on here. So what a day. What a day to go out and relocate and so go out and play as our tagline. And speaking of horses, we got Righteous Acts of Kindness featuring Polo, the Hawaiian Polo Pony. We'll have that book trailer as well, Sue. So anyway, I don't know if Leon's joining us, and I don't know if you can pull up the World Water Year video for us as well while we're waiting for Mr. Leon McLaughlin to join us. That's our 4th book for climate change, and we were recognized by the United Nations.
Excellent. Yeah. So let me see if I can go ahead and grab that real quick. And let's see. I've got the Cool Acts of Kindness right in front of me. And also the Underwater Acts of Kindness promo. Let's see. Would you like one of those two to be first up here? This is here. Let me share my screen.
Underwater Acts of Kindness, and when Leon joins us, we can play that at the end of the show. So for joining us, so this is for the Great Pacific Garbage Patch between Hawaii and California. Again, we appreciate the Navy, the Army, the Air Force, Marine, and not only that, the Coast Guard and Curtimo Service for the EMTs.
Excellent. Actually, if you guys want to chat for a moment here while I am pulling that up, I got to do a little dig.
Oh, and also Boyd Slatt for ocean cleanup. So this is dedicated to him, and it'll be recognized on CNN with Leon McLaughlin. And again, we celebrated May Day, Lay Day on May 1st, Hawaiian Islands. So it's all tears of joy to connect with everybody and being of service and having a good time.
My struggle here is that not everything is logged in correctly. When my computer lately logs me out of everything, so when I'm not logged in, it's tougher to come back with what I need. So here I've got. Nope. Let me go ahead and get one up here.
For the Love of Water, World Water Day, March the 22nd. Join us as we celebrate World Water Day with the 4th book in the Acts of Kindness series by Marianne of Waikiki. Meet Robo Motivation, a brave robot delivering clean water to schools worldwide. Alongside Waterflow the whale, our deaf ocean hero, they show that every act of kindness can change the world, one drop at a time. Plus, meet Pollination, the inspiring bee championing sustainability, and Mr. Penmanship, the Emperor Penguin, urging you to stand up for climate change by writing to Greenpeace. Powered by Lucy Lynch's Love is the Only Way. This movement reminds us that love, kindness, and action create waves of change. This book is dedicated to Leon McLaughlin, founder of Clean Water Foundation, Seattle, Washington, USA. All U.S. classroom teachers can request copies of the books for every student via donorschoose.org. Get your copy today on Amazon and visit actofkindnessseries.com. Unite for the love of water.
Excellent.
Then what about the actually realize that you're not here by
All right. So yeah, I love all of the pieces that have been put together here for Acts of Kindness series. There's so many good things happening. It's fun to be able to celebrate the good in the world here. And let's see, Kurt, I know we have some, I'm trying to think what else is coming up in the near future that we want to make sure to highlight. We have the Fill the Can we already talked about. May 31st, that's another piece that we could bring up before we're all done here. With Project Die Hard, we have, you know what, I'm even be able to get you a visual on that as well. on May 31st. Let me get to the right spot here. Operation Wisdom is going to be the event taking place. And actually, Kurt, can you describe that for a moment here? I've got to focus to find the correct piece for that.
Yeah, so the idea is in-person gathering, so everybody gets together and sharing their wisdom, and looking at how to, elevate the success with combating veteran suicide by spreading hope to veterans. So things that help the nonprofit and for people in the room, how to grow the collective.
You can see on my screen now where it's talking about having dinner with Die Hard actually the night before. So Operation Wisdom will be taking place on Saturday, May 30th, or I'm sorry, May 31st. And the screen here is showing how on the 30th, there's going to be an event prior, basically having dinner with Project Die Hard. And on the 31st there, from 9 a.m. until 4 p.m. at the church at Woodlawn in Paducah, Kentucky. The whole concept, big decisions are made in small rooms. And this is basically the outline of what's going to be happening that day. And it's perfect. If you want to have any input, if you have ever been part of a brainstorm, if you have ever gotten together with a friend and just bounced ideas off each other, you get the idea. That's what's going to be happening. Finding ways to do good things for Project Die Hard and moving forward. So how we move things forward together is what's going to be happening there. So again, from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the church at Woodlawn. Let's see, I have not read this part. True facts. There's cemeteries in the Netherlands consisting of over 8,000 U.S. veterans who died in World War II. For over 70 years, Dutch families have come to the cemetery every Sunday to care for a grave they adopted. Hundreds of people are currently on a waiting list to become caretakers. That's cool. That's really amazing. I love that that's the case. I'm sad that there's so many people that are buried in the Netherlands like that, but the fact that that's what's happening and that there are people caring that much, I wish it was like that everywhere. That is an example to follow right there. So again, what Project Always is asking for, pray, down at the bottom there, Project Die Hard, pray, share, volunteer, and become a patron. And with the patronage, you'll also notice they are the ones that are strongly involved in this telethon, and we will be benefiting everything with the telethon on June 30th. Not everything. Pieces of what's going on, because there's a lot of different people and a lot of different organizations involved in the telethon. Project Die Hard is one of the beneficiaries of what will be happening, and the money's raised. So huge event. That's going to be, I can hardly wait. It's going to be a lot of fun. So any other events? Actually, I do have one more that, Kurt, if you could do a quick little recap. Bravehearts TV. They had a massive week this week. They actually launched as of last Monday. You want to just give a little snippet here of what is Bravehearts TV?
Bravehearts TV is inspired to us out of Bravehearts for Kids. A friend of ours that we met through the Happy Neighborhood Project, Kathy Weaver, had a posting party to benefit Bravehearts for Kids, and proceeds from Bravehearts TV is designed to, basically be an ongoing fundraiser for Bravehearts for Kids. And the Bravehearts for Kids community is about childhood cancer, so supporting families that are going through that journey. So Bravehearts TV, is attracting hosts of shows and, channels and their own networks and whatever that are making this difference in the world, going out and, filling these types of calls to action and humanitarian work, or things that are over and above, the normal experience of what people are doing out there. So it may be a high level of service, and just showing all these elements, like maybe what personal coaches or life coaches might bring out, all the so like there's the ability to, like in the entrepreneurial sector, to show what people are doing to go out there and really make a thing of helping people, being of service, bring something extraordinary. And so it's a platform for all of that. When we look at somebody and say, wow, that is somebody really coming out and exploding a lot of goodness out to a lot of people. So yeah, that's what we're bringing into Brave Hearts TV.
And they can be found on Amazon Fire and in the listings with Roku as well. So most everybody I know is hooked into one of those, so you'd be able to find them through both of those. So please look them up and find out more, because it's worth it. It's a really, really worthwhile cause and great entertainment. So go check it out. And I see we actually are running up, man, when you're with friends, time goes fast. And I know we're running up to the end here of our segment. I just want to take a moment to go around the room. Any final thoughts? Anything you want to send us off into this upcoming week with? Actually, Mark, can I start with you? Of course, I ask you as you're not ready with your mute button, so sorry.
Yeah, well, I guess, I joined trying to see some of the topics going on, find out, I guess, what's all happening as far as some other disability resources.
Excellent. I'm going to just go ahead and throw in there with all the fun things in your background and what we could celebrate today. What was your favorite? What can we celebrate?
Probably the chocolate custard.
You know me, I'm with you on that one. So y'all have your excuse to go get some chocolate custard or chocolate pudding or something along those lines. I'm pretty sure I've got a box of pudding I can make upstairs. That's going to have to be added to our list of what we're doing for tonight. So thank you for the excuse. Appreciate you being here, Mark. Angeline, I'm going to send it over to you for some final thoughts for today.
One thing I want to say, guys, please, if anyone who is listening, come out on June 7th and support our veteran. They need our support. Please come out and support our veterans. They need our support. So please be there. It's virtual. There's no excuse. I don't think there's any should be. It's virtual. You don't have to get in your car and drive 20 minutes or half an hour to go somewhere, with the kids or anything. You can be home sitting in your couch, get your French fry and watch and support veterans. That's all I got to say.
Excellent. Yeah, really. We all have access to what's going on everywhere with our phones these days. Y'all got your phones on you. Click a couple buttons and you can join us. You can see what's all happening. So thank you very, very much, Angeline. And looking forward to seeing you on there doing a cooking demo. And I know she gave us the tease that it's going to have something to do with steak. So got to show up to know more.
Exactly. Exactly.
Excellent. Marianne, we're just going around with final thoughts. I'm going to pass it your way.
You got to hold on a few more minutes here. These lovely ladies are coming in with these hats. And this is another nurse. And I want to introduce you to Sherry. She just had hip surgery. She is my first friend that I met here in San Carlos, Mexico. I had her over for lunch, and I wanted to know what I needed to know with medical relocation, all this kind of stuff. So these ladies are the ones that are behind. They do it 3 days a week. They got a team. They volunteer. They do amazing stuff for the community. So I just want to shine the light with them too as well. And I'm taking them out for brunch tomorrow. So ladies, hang on. Hi. Let me get the.
No, nobody see my mouth. Come, I gotta move it, you know.
Hang on a second here.
Yep, you're good.
Okay, Sherry, this is my podcast. This is Sherry. Sherry is a retired nurse as well, and she's the main leading lady at the Riscotti Thrift Store. And they do amazing work. We're going to have a nice luncheon here. And you are?
Hi, I'm Flora.
Hi.
Hi, Kathy.
Kathy. And we had Darcy that dropped off the lady. So they're going to get this party started here at the Best Western Hotel in San Carlos, Mexico, across from the marina, down from the Riscotti Thrift Store. So anybody who wants to donate, Clean Water Foundation, www.actsofkindnessseries.com is my website for the books. www.cleanwaterfoundation, WA, that's Washington, Seattle. And we're bringing water units around the world. Aloha, hola, adios, amigo, amigas. I'm Marianne of Waikiki, Marianne Days, Mexico. Adios.
Thank you guys so much.
All right, go out and play on this Derby Day.
Excellent. Oh, enjoy the Derby. Enjoy the time with friends. That's what this is all about. We are a community here. This is the World of Ability Podcast Network. We get together every Saturday at 1 o'clock Central to share all the wonderful things going on, quite literally around the world. Thank you so much, everybody who's joining us. And Kurt, I'm going to pass it to you for final word.
All right, folks, I want to bring you into the jungle. I want to bring you into the jungle animals, the lions, the giraffes, the tigers, the elephants. I want to bring you on a safari. And it's going to be a safari like you have never seen before, because we're going to come through this jungle on water skis. And we're going to build human pyramid walls because we have so many animals to see. We got to have a climber go 4 high to the sky just to see them all. And there's all of this wildlife growth all throughout the jungle that we have people circling around boats and going with slalom skis and going barefoot and in all forms of water skiing. We're going to go through the jungle. It's going to be a historical safari all season long by your Pewaukee Gators out of Pewaukee, Wisconsin, USA. There's going to be a disruption across the world because you're going to hear the jungle and the roar of the animals worldwide. And it's all starting right out of Pewaukee, Wisconsin. Sue and I will be there. It's going to be entertainment like you've never experienced before. We're bringing it at you. That's from the World of Ability. We're done for today. See you next time.
Awesome. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. Again, we're here every Saturday at 1 o'clock Central for World of Ability. And this is part of the World of Ability Podcast Network. And for all of us here, we thank you.